I remember the first time this particular little kitty popped up and I was like, that's a blast from the past that I do enjoy. Really a long-lasting character, I must say. Why you play this game would give me such grand reason to sit here all smiley. It makes me a bit more quiet for the most part, because I do kind of want to enjoy the story of my own, to be fair, which might not be my usual style of gaming. That is, I want to say, overly much, but rather talkative, to put it mildly, apart from when I'm playing Ace Combat, which actually does require a lot of focus. I guess this game's gonna make me quiet for another reason then. Because I still leave this up to debate, technically speaking. If you, dearest of watchers, would feel more comfortable with me reading all of the non-voiced lines, I can do it for you. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. And I don't think I have nearly enough liquids to keep my throat going that long. It is a fucking story-heavy game. But put the option out there at least to do it. Only though if a large enough majority can be found. Otherwise, I would advise you to read along. Also, I'm not going to change. I was actually thinking about changing the voices to English. Because technically speaking, that would make it easier for someone to just, sit down, put it in the back, and let it run as a bit of a background. However, I realized two things. A lot of the lines are not voiced anyway, so you don't really get anything out of that. And secondly, I really don't like to play in JRPG with fucking English voices. It sounds fucking disgustingly horrible. Even if the people doing the voices are actually good at that job, it still doesn't feel right. I've been a bit of a sub man myself, not so much a dub man. Never was. It's cancer. But well, maybe somebody else feels the need. Look, it's a ghost. Well, not that that's gonna stop us, mind you. Yeah, please come along. I do want my little healer to be here. Good times ahead. Oh right, now we're gonna go that tutorial, aren't we? It's always the fun, but when you start a new series, not just a game, and suddenly you have to deal with new opening systems, and I do remember that I despaired rather heftily at this one when I started this play. Because I came straight from Trails of Cold Steel to this one, and I was like, that's gonna take me a while to figure out. Oh, I did. Basically, just still somewhat the same system as it always was. Of course, you have your slots, you put in some quartz, you get some bonuses through the quartz itself. For example, here the attack 1/1 gives me +6 strength, which means more damage. However, since this has the system of, you see how it says I get flare impact, which requires fire. Attack is of the fire variant, gives you a flame value of 2 basically, and 2 gives you flare impact as a shard skill. You can also see that I would need 4 flame for a sword breaker, and I think that's for Mirage. And this is the whole list of things you can get. A lot of these effects were originally in the older games just little quartz themselves. For example, here the Hawkeye and Treasure Hunter thing. Those you could usually get through just slotting the right quartz in your opening. That is not any longer the case. You actually need to have quartz in there with the specific values to get that. So for Hawkeye you would need a quartz with 2 space, and for Treasure Hunter you need 2 Mirage. Stuff like that. It is very different to what we had before, which makes me, or which made me... And then when you think, okay, I have this figured out, then you come to this nonsense and it's like, okay, what's an arts driver? Well, glad you fucking asked. This thing, the arts driver, determines what arts, so what magic in broader terms you can use. Most of these arts drivers that you can buy actually come with some pre-equipped ones, so these are the ones that it gives me access to. And they also have empty slots where you can put in specific arts that you want to use as well. Also some that are basically completely empty and only have literally empty slots that you can set up for yourself. It's quite involved of a system, and it takes some getting used to. And of course, you know, the hollow cores, which are basically your master quartz, in another way of speaking, also have levels that you can level up, just like previously encountered in other games, and oh boy. It's always the one job I really don't like doing in these games, because it takes fucking forever to level up your fucking master quartzes or your hollow cores. Technically, you can also change your hollow cores. However, that is not an option right now. No, if I put in your mind to here, we get Treasure Hunter, don't we? Yes, we do. Game is kinda nice enough to give you that and go like, okay, listen, I know you probably want to have this ASAP, so let me help you with that. Because what it does is it just basically shows you on your minimap all of the treasures. And since there usually is at least an achievement, be it in-game or be it a Steam achievement for getting all the chests, of which there are usually 200 plus, and the later games that is. In previous games you had like 168 or something. Rails in the Sky, I wanna say, first part, maybe? After that you are usually 200 plus. Also, now that I remember, because I'm looking over, I'm gonna quickly take myself, you know, and throw myself out the window. No, not really. I'm gonna make use of the simple fact that there's actually not much going on at the top of the screen, so I'm gonna move myself up here. So you can actually see, well, the picture on the other side, basically, when it pops up, instead of just, you know, my ugly mug sitting there, in your way. Wouldn't that be unfriendly? Also, Kitty? Yeah, there's Kitty. He always, but it's his personal favorite position. Straight behind me. Oh god, the high elements are active, you say. Okay, so now adventure lamp, we're gonna save our game, all nice and easy. And I do kinda wanna try something out, however that would probably mean that I have to minimize the game. I'm gonna put you on the other screen for just a moment, namely this one, while I look at something. I have a distinct feeling, if I look at this here. Yeah, then, okay, let's probably have to restart the game for that, but that doesn't really matter to me. God damn it, I misclicked. Okay, let's see here. Okay. We'll keep a watch here for a second, and what do we see? Trying things out is always such a good thing to do. But then again, when you start a new game, you do have to play around with some options for certain. Maybe not even have to... Maybe don't even have to fucking reboot the game if I see this right. How are you moving? That's interesting, okay. Don't worry about what I'm doing. The world is normal, the world is safe. Okay. Let's see, how will this reflect then? Pretty decently. Okay. I think got it at just where I wanted to be. We can go back to playing game. I thought I had to restart it, which is why I put you on the other screen there, but yet was partly not the case. I do love it when games actually allow me to basically change everything and not require me for every last single option to go like you have to restart the game. That is something I do enjoy. I must admit indeed. Happens rather rarely though. Shatness. Hello ghosty boys. That's just 3 of them. Oh god, no. SCLMs. Are we talking rockets now? Ah, why of course not. Indeed. See? SCLM chain. We're staying close to the other. Which kinda counteracts the fact that we now have free movement. On the older titles of this, the moving around was basically, since you were moving in the grid, for the most part, not really free to move around. Now this mode, of course, allows me to move around as much as I want, within the movement range I am allotted. However, since we do have this system, you basically have no reason or no justification to move away too far from your companions, because you do kinda get an extra attack every single time you attack once you are connected. Do you see the problem with that? It means that the whole idea of having more movement kinda gets nullified immediately, because why would I do that? Yeah, it's one of those nice little things. They look at something and go like, you didn't really think this one through, did you? Ah, one of those little things. Yeah, rather important to mention, I would say. Indeed. It's actually quite the useful feature. It does allow quite the up for basically every single action you can take, from the simplest attack to your crafts to your arts. Basically, there's no real reason why you shouldn't make use of it. In fact, it is rather heavily implied that you should make use of it, especially on the higher difficulties. One, you're forgetting one very important point. The other system's link system didn't have a range requirement. That's just what made it kinda great. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. Not overly much to this. It's just that, you know, you added the nice option of movement, although the other thing added in the field combat. That is actually something I do kinda appreciate. Because, of course, you know, you will find yourself in a situation where there is just a bunch of weak enemies on a map and you don't really want to pull up a fucking chart for every single one of them. So having the option of just beating the ever-living shit out of them makes things quite a bit easier. Especially since I still get the basically same rewards out of it. Something that wasn't really that much the case in previous incantations. Although this is not a... Technically speaking, every Trails game has a combat system that can be somewhat cheesed if you know what you're doing. Let me take Trails of Cold Steel, for example, with stuff like evasion tanks. You can literally create an unbelievable, powerful evasion. Even in the Crossbow Saga, you could create an evasion tank that was beyond good and evil. There were some fights you actually needed that. There were some fights that you kind of needed to win for AP, but you weren't really supposed to be winning. Against Sigmund, for example, that is a good example of a fight that you are technically not supposed to be winning, because he's a fucking pain in the ass to deal with, especially a Nightmare. But you can We can do some cheesy shit in there. Which is always fun funny. The players have always found good ways to doing it, and it has always been the case. Even since all the way back in Baldur's Gate, people found ways to cheese the system. Isn't enough. And just say, you know, putting down traps before an enemy turns hostile. If you ever wanted to see how to kill a Shadow Dragon, for example, while being low level, well, traps. Lots of traps around him. Works like a charm. Although, to be fair, most of these things usually get mitigated in later games, because, you know, the developer realizes, oh shit, that's another side. So, for example, in Baldur's Gate 2 later on, you do have some enemies that will immediately turn hostile as soon as they recognize you doing some actions, some specific actions. Like, for example, starting to heavily buff yourself. That will turn them hostile for good reason. Otherwise, you know, but pretty clear what you're doing. You're doing combat preparations. I'll really take a genius to figure that out. Actually, let's try attacking them. But well, Baldur's Gate will for the moment have to wait, as we are engaging with something a bit different, at least for today. Reach that canyon. Yeah, go for that. Itty, that's a beer bottle, that is not food. Well, also not drink. I do love when he's just like, watch that, can I eat that? No, that's a beer bottle, that's definitely not something to eat. You wouldn't even eat that, or drink that rather, if you had an option. I know, you know, let's not lie. Oops, wrong button. I don't even know where I wanted to go with that, but that definitely wasn't the right button. Maybe. Indeed. Treasures. A marble ring. Might be something for you. Memory resource. Prevents mute and ATS +5. Sounds rather useful for a caster. Of course, you know, some characters will be set up. Usually what you find quite often in JRPGs is that your main protagonist is more of a mixed bag. They can basically do decently in most areas, be they physical or be they magical. And then you of course have a lot of characters that are more specialized. Yeah. Can I just turn around and show you? Don't think I can now. And of course, you know, it doesn't really take a genius to figure out that our dearly Larkness is indeed set up to be a bit of a magician instead. He's pretty good at it. Especially later on, acquire a few more things. We truly far away from the option. But she'll get there at some point. Oops. I always want to push start. I don't even know why. Getting some help from your friends. Rather useful that. A lot of these healing items will be sold because we don't really have a choice. Time to learn another very important aspect. Namely, the chart boost. That is another aspect that is relatively new because you actually get a lot of bonuses. That's why you can boost and boost and boost yourself. Which basically gives you different effects depending on what sort of core you have installed. It's also one of the requirements for using your S-Craft. That's important, that one. Actually, can I use them now? I don't think I can I? No. Because the game hasn't yet told me about this particular option. I do love being in tutorial mode. It's it makes things a bit difficult, let's just say. But yeah, I suppose. Really nice. Already with the right cores. Can make quite the differences. Actually, can I already see that? Oh yeah, and these are detectable bonuses. Breakable objects. The game is like, have we told you already that you can break things in this map? It's like, I know game. And I've been doing it the whole time. Oh right, this isn't the second one, so we don't actually have the... This is what I'm kind of missing. The extension on the field battles that allows you to actually use some magic as well in a small variant. I missed that. Oh well. That's probably going to be a long time before the second one becomes officially English, so I'm not too worried about that, I guess. Just need to remember that things are a bit different still. Actually, now I think about it. No, I think actually that chest is still upcoming and not yet. Can I get close enough? Wait. Barely indeed. Hello, little creatures. Nice little first strike. Can I actually... Can we move it like this? Another hit. Actually, did I already had a hit? I should look that up. It is rather nice. Do wonder. Is this the explanation for the deadly? Yeah, it is. Oh, damage is pathetic. I don't care. Good reasons for that. Ah, A. Wouldn't it be nice if things were that easy? And then he's like, yeah, you can change your combat difficulty at any time. It's like, I don't really want to though. But for the most part it is. Might not really seem worth to go through each other. Pick that up, please. We need everything we can get our hands on. Hello, chest. Ooh, Zero powder. That is a nice one. Not so much for just usage, mind you, it has good usages, but it is also going to be worth some nice cash. And we'll need cash. It's not going to be that long before the first set of equipment is going to pop up that you might want to get your hands on, and oh boy. Equipment be kind of pricey. Not so much a problem if you're playing New Game Plus, at which point you go in with all of the money you had and probably a lot of the equipment that is available as well, so not really a problem. We're playing New Game, however.
行き止まりですね。
辺りを調べてみるか。
Yeah, very obviously a hidden button. That do mean very obviously hidden.
用意周到なこった。この先が奴の隠れ家だな。一息つけそうだな。
Sealing safe because I smell a boss battle in the near future. For some mystical reason, don't know which one, but you know, reasons be reasons. I usually do have a rather good instinct for that. And look, two totally not on your statues.
雰囲気のある場所じゃねえか。中世のガーゴイルとはな。こんな場所を隠れ家にするとは。ジャコモも抜け目ねえっつうか。あれは
Seems however a bit strange, doesn't it, to just put it on a nice little pedestal. A pedestal.
はい。曽祖父の手記にあったスケッチとも一致しています。本当にあったんだ。
何よりだったな。しかしこの光は確かに動力機の一種のようだが。
Gosh, it looks oh so pretty. Lots of little ghosties.
石像に。
やべえな。
Yes, it's not. I didn't even finish
どうして？
my pipe.
面倒だが片付けない限りお宝は手に入らなさそうだ。ひいじいさんの遺品何としても取り戻したいんだろう。なら教えたことを最大限に生かせ。スクラムや戦技も使ってぶちのめすぞ。
はい。
かかってきな。さてスカウトすっか。
I can reuse my script. How nice of you to tell me. How am I to say no to that? They're both like, we are not really happy about this. Gonna fire another one though. I guess we're gonna finish this relatively quickly then. Yeah.
中世の魔導士が残したガーディアンといったところか。あの霊体といい、このタイミングで動き出したのは気になるが。
How strange, isn't it?
根性を見せたじゃねえか。学生、アーツにクラフト、スクラムの連携もまあまあ助かったぞ。
ありがとうございます。バンさんのご指導の賜物かと。
さてと、まずは俺が手に取る。
はい。
大丈夫みたいだな。そら、ご依頼の品だ。
But nothing bad happened yet.
共鳴、戦術動力機と同じか。
これがゲネシス。ひいおじいちゃんが残したまだ最初の一つだけど。やったよ、お母さん、おばあちゃんも。
なあ、アニエス、あんたのひいじいさんってのは。
That's not very nice.
ほう、よくかわしたな。
Ah, friendly neighborhood mafia has decided to show up. Of course they
噂
do.
の二人組、アルマータの面々か。
俺たちも有名になったものだ。
そちらはスプリガン、ヴァンガークライドだな。
知っているとは光栄だ。一応あんたらみたいな筋からも営業は受け付けてるぜ。一線を越えない相手なら。今の銃撃でてめえらは失格だが。
それは残念だ。手足を狙っただけだが。
そちらの娘は殺しはしない。 装置の関係者のようだからな。お前の方は死んでもらうが。
プロだね。ヘドが出るくらいに。それならこっちも対応しやすいってもんだ。もっと動くなよ。
コインによる師団、月下あたりの使い手か。
それとその武装、軍用白兵術とのミックスだな。
詳しいね。俺は月下流じゃないが。さて、装置についてそこまで詳しくはなさそうだが、何の目的で狙っていたのか洗いざらい喋ってもらおうか。
バンさん、私も気になります。どうしてあなた方のような裏社会の人たちがこれを。
さて、俺たちは上に指示されただけだからな。だが
それが彼の指示なら死んでも達成するだけの型。
Yeah, that doesn't look good, does it now?
おい、
大丈夫です。でもバンさんの方こそ。
速攻性のドラッグブースト。まさかそっちにまで手を出しているとはな。それで破滅した外国のバカどもを知らねえのか。
クロスベルのルバーチだってか。そんな小物と一緒にするな。
組織の
You do the same thing, so, you know.
比較になるまい。切り刻まれて死ね。
Ah, the demonization of drug and crossbow.
このまま殴り殺してやる。
とどめだ。
死ねスプリガン。
小娘、
ただったらまとめて。
シャード防御。いや、間に合わねえ。ふざけんな。俺なんかのために。こいつは。
Well, isn't that a good question?
この光、ひいおじいちゃんの。大変なことになってるわね。
お前は
バンさんの財ファのフォロー。
Little Mary.
それ
Hello.
でどうするのバン。悪夢をまとうまとわない。一体何を。
フォローの可視化。聞いてなかったがまあいい。その質問、お前自身の意思でしてんのか。
そんなの当たり前じゃない。言っとくけどピンチだろうと私の知ったことじゃないわよ。私は選択を提示するだけ。悪夢をまとうまとわないの。バンさん。
とんでも装置にとんでも現象ときたか。いいだろう。悪夢なんざ十何年も前から見続けてる。
Game is giving me many options. Like, you can bear the nightmare, you can bear the nightmare, you can bear the nightmare. How about your options?
とっととやれ。
了解。私に任せて。シャード解放。テイクザクレーテル。
なんだ。
A nice little armored suit, isn't it? Ah, I missed this. Well, it's not as cool as a mech, mind you, but well, that's pretty cute. Let's see, do I have anything nice and multi-target? Screw you. Ah, such a nice, cute little toy to play with, isn't it? But the game is gonna be like, you're gonna not have this all the time. Of course not.
ああ、消耗はしたがダメージはね。薬物強化した連中を子供扱いとは文字通りの化け物かよ。
今のってメアちゃんも現れましたよね。
あ
あ、はいはい。何なの？要件を言いなさいよね。
And she's back to
そりゃ
normal.
そうだ。ただのパターン反応だからな。自由人格なんぞないし、そんな技術も確立されてね。
でもだとしたらこのゲネシスのせいでしょうか。
関係しているのは確かだろうな。それよりゲネシスっていうのか。
Indeed, it is a little Genesis.
はい、曽祖父の式に書かれていた名前です。オクトゲネシス。全部で8つあるとありました。
The Octogenesis, which is a rather telling name, isn't it? Octa is an 8, you know? Rather telling.
そして俺が妙な化け物になっちまった現象。それ以前にこの地下遺跡に霊体なんかが現れてたのもおそらくその装置が原因だろう。
はい、実験観測に使うものだとかで詳しくはわからないんですけど。
なるほど。肝心なことは式でもぼかしてたわけだ。あんたの曽祖父シー・エプスタイン博士はどうやら当たりみたいだな。半世紀前の動力革命と同時期くらいに作られた骨董品。とんでもない精度の超絶技巧で組み上げられてるのは一目瞭然だ。何より確かにオーブメントでありながらアーティファクト顔膜の超現象を起こす。 その時期にそんな代物を作るのは有名な三皇帝にも無理だろう。彼らの死にして動力革命の父クロード・エプスタイン以外には。
Indeed, the father of the Orbital Revolution himself.
待っていてごめんなさい。ヴァンさんには全てお話しします。そもそものきっかけは。
いや、話は後だ。そいつをしまっとけ。
ヴァン、大丈夫？これは。
やれやれ、一足遅かったようだな。
そいつらは
アルマータ構成員、やっと尻尾がつかめましたか？
邪魔するな。こちらの縄張りだぞ。
そちらこそ民間組織は下がってください。一体何が？彼らと交戦したみたいだけど。
ああ、薬物強化までしてきた。運よくしのげたが注意しとけ。
どうしのいだか気になるところだが、そちらのお嬢さんの依頼も無事達成できたようだな。
守秘義務につきノーコメントだ。それぞれ借りがあったはずだが、プラマイで貸しにしとくぜ。末端とはいえ A の構成員一人ずつ引き渡してやる。何を勝手な。
確かにターゲットの無力化は彼の功績でしょ
う。ならば CID とギルドで遠慮なく引き取らせてもらおう。
もし吐いたら情報もな。そんじゃ行くぞ。
わかりました。せめて肩を。
ああ、大丈夫だっつの。
今回は手始め。何かが動き始めているのは間違いない。せいぜい研ぎ澄ませておけ、バン。
わかったよ、ルーネ。
だから名前で呼ぶな。
And I mean, you should have just written that he said, "Don't call me that," but okay, you know. I guess that's fair game.
やっぱり認められない。自分一人だけが背負って分かち合わせもしないあり方は。
Mostly because his life is actually pretty damn fucking relaxed for most of the time. Apart from when he gets in trouble, to be fair. Just saying, you know. Just saying, you know. But he did keep his promise, you know. He said he would deal with it in one day, and, well, the day's not over yet. Shortly after 10 in the evening. Seems reasonable.
夕飯を食い損ねたな。そっちは学生寮だろ。門限はいいのかよ。
一応深夜までの外出届を出しているので。それよりどうか手当てをさせてください。救急箱ありますか？
まあ、あるけどよ。
傷、もう治りかかっているみたいですね。
そもそも大した傷じゃねえって言いたいところだが、いくらなんでも治りが早すぎるな。あの装置か、化け物化が原因か。
きっかけは4年前に亡くなった母が保管していた手記でした。祖母と母が半世紀も受け継いできた曽祖父の残した手記。お察しの通り動力機を発明した C. エプスタイン、その人でした。彼には養女が一人いたものの、その死後行方不明になっていて、どうやら祖母は何らかの事情で表から身を隠したみたいなんです。祖母のメッセージもありましたが、理由は明かされていませんでした。母の死後、父が仕事に没頭するようになったのもあって、私は曽祖父の手記に次第に引き込まれていきました。と言っても数式や専門知識が記されているわけではなくて、その人柄や哲学、人生で大切なことは何かなどが多く綴られていました。 日々の何でもないこと、家族との絆、お弟子さんたちとのやりとり、温かみがあってユーモアに満ちた尊敬できる人だったんです。その思いが祖母に、母に、そして私にも受け継がれていることが嬉しくて、少しずつ読み進める曽祖父の手記はいつしか私の宝物になっていました。ですが数冊にわたる最後の手記、最後のページにはこうありました。どうかオクトゲネシスを1200何年までに取り戻してほしい。さもなければ全てが終わると。
そいつは
もちろん亡くなる間際の妄想かもしれません。ですが祖母から母、そして私に受け継がれた意味を考えてしまうと、なんとかしなきゃって思いが日に日に強くなってしまったんです。ただ祖母が身を隠したことも含めて公にはどうしてもできなくて、そうしてアラミスに入学して、とある頼りになる先輩と知り合って、
Yes, a
その
very
アドバイスで
reliable
動力ネットを
classman
調べて
indeed.
こちらの事務所にたどり着いたんです。まさか
Can't argue with that point, to be fair.
夢にも思わずに亡くなる人まで出して、あなたを危ない目に遭わせて。
何にせよ一つは無事に手に入ったわけだしな。他に7つあるらしいが、ここらで手を引いてもいいんじゃねえか。
Yeah, not very likely that she's
やっ
just
ぱ
gonna
り
call it
私に
quits.
とっては家族の絆でもありますから。それに本当に存在し、手記の最後にあんなことが書かれていた以上、目はそらしたくないんです。5万ミラあります。なんとか用意できた全額です。どうか今回の依頼料としてお受け取りください。
依頼料の規定は最初に説明したはずだが。
怪我をさせてしまった迷惑料と思っていただければ。この先は自分一人で何とか探してみます。もう誰も巻き込まないやり方で。あ、身の安全には気をつけますから。
アークライド解決事務所の基本料は1時間1000ミラで諸経費その他だ。今回危険手当は適用させてもらうが、結果的に依頼人のあんたにも手伝わせた。天津さえ危険にさらしたことを考えると、成功報酬でも1万が関の山だろう。これが仕事ってもんだ。なめてんじゃねえぞ学生。
でもすみません。
It's kind of how business goes. You can't really,
やることな
after the fact, change the conditions of the contract.
あの化け物かといい、
Not good for your
個
reputation.
人的にも興味が出てたからな。追加料金ってのも違うだろ。あんたが諦めないなら今後もできる範囲で手伝ってやる。代わりにそっちはゲネシスや式の情報をその都度提供してくれ。そんな交換条件でどうだ。
それって今回みたいな危険があるかもしれないのに、依頼料も取らずに捜索の手伝いをしてくださるっていう。
だから交換条件って言っただろ。言っておくがビタ一問たりとも追加は受け付けねえからな。それと危機管理の観点からもう少し実践慣れもしてもらう。てめえでてめえは守れるくらいに。厳しくいくから覚悟しとけよ。
そんなの私一人が得してるだけじゃないですか。わかりました。今後ともよろしくお願いします。
ああ、 こちらこそな。って話がまとまったところで本日のご褒美タイムといくか。バンカー限定アンダルシアの黒いちじくの糖蜜がけタルト、全部いただくつもりだったが、今日はお互いお疲れ様ってことで山分けしてやるよ。
ありがとうございます。あ、そうだ。先ほどの条件だとさすがに申し訳ないと思うんです。ですからせめてものお返しにこちらでアルバイトさせてください。
はあ？
見たところお忙しそうですし、いろいろと散らかっていますし、書類整理は慣れていますからお力になれると思うんです。あ、バイト代はお気持ち程度でただでも結構ですし。
そんなわけにいくか。労働基準法ってもんが。
Yeah, that would be a problem.
そもそも前提がおかしい。なんでいきなりお前をバイトで雇う話になるんだ。
だってバンさん、追加料金は絶対に受け取らないって。それが流儀なのは分かりましたけど、学生にも譲れないものはあるんです。早速タルトを切りますね。もちろんバンさんは特大で。それとコーヒー豆はこちらの棚みたいですね。
なんでコーヒーの場所までそこで馴染んでんじゃねえっつの。
Well, that is one struggle lost. Guess you get some part-time help now. Isn't that a good start? Hey, there are quite a few characters in there that would be a lot more impactful if you actually played it previously, to be fair. Kind of forgot about that. However... I guess I can just play narrator for their parts and go like, listen, you should know this character. There's a reason for that. Except that's actually pretty useful for the moment, because we actually do not have that much in the way of Zipit anyway. Alright, we don't actually get any MVP, because, well, can't really have any MVPs. Quite de-stacked 16-year-old, to be fair, but, you know, puberty works different wonders in all of us. Or did at least at one point. The grey past, basically. Ah, the grey past when I was still a young one. Long ago.